Welcome to Zona Vibes, with the story that will transport you back in the time to a world of honor, pride, wisdom and martial arts mastery. Hit that subscribe button for more captivating content. Deep within the misty mountains of China, where the peaks pierce the clouds and ancient temples whisper secrets of forgotten times, there exists a martial art that has captivated the world for centuries. This is no ordinary fighting style. It is a discipline, a philosophy, a way of life that blends mind, body, and spirit into a harmonious force of nature. This is the story of Shaolin Kung Fu. Today, we will journey into the heart of Shaolin Kung Fu. We will uncover its origins, its legendary techniques, its sacred philosophy, and its unparalleled influence on martial arts and popular culture. But the question remains, what is it about Shaolin Kung Fu that has captivated hearts and minds for over 1,500 years? To understand Shaolin Kung Fu, we must first travel back in time, over 1,500 years ago, to the sacred Shaolin Temple in the Hunan province of China. It was here that Shaolin Kung Fu began, blending Buddhist principles with martial arts. The year was 495 AD, and Emperor Xiaowen of the Northern Wei dynasty had just authorized the construction of the Shaolin Temple. Nestled deep in the Songshan Mountains, this Buddhist monastery would become the birthplace of one of the most powerful and influential martial arts the world would ever know. But what does Buddhism have to do with fighting? You might wonder. Shaolin monks were not just spiritual seekers, they were warriors. In the midst of political upheaval and invasions, these monks were often forced to defend themselves and their temple. And so, they developed a unique system of physical training, combining traditional Chinese fighting techniques with the meditative practices of Buddhism. This fusion created the legendary Shaolin Kung Fu. The monks believed that a strong body could lead to a strong mind, and a strong mind could lead to spiritual enlightenment. The martial arts became a form of moving meditation, a path to physical health, mental clarity, and spiritual awakening. To understand this marriage of spirituality and combat, we must first consider the role of the Bodhidharma, an Indian Buddhist monk credited with bringing the teachings of Chan Buddhism to China. Legend has it that Bodhidharma spent 9 years meditating in a cave at the Shaolin Temple. During this time, he observed the monks' frailty and encouraged them to strengthen their bodies through physical activity to better sustain their minds during meditation. From this moment, Shaolin Kung Fu was born, not as a mere tool of defense, but as a pathway to enlightenment. At the core of Shaolin Kung Fu lies a philosophy that transcends mere fighting. It is about balance, harmony, and self-discipline. The monks of Shaolin were not just training to fight, they were training to live in accordance with the universe's natural rhythms. The core principles of Shaolin Kung Fu can be summed up in 3 words: heart, spirit, and body. These elements work together to create a powerful martial artist, but they must be cultivated individually. Heart, this refers to the cultivation of willpower, determination, and resilience. In the face of danger or adversity, the Shaolin monk's heart remains unyielding, unwavering in its focus and purpose. Spirit, this is the mental aspect, the connection to the inner self, the cultivation of wisdom, clarity, and spiritual growth. It is the spirit that guides the body in the battle between right and wrong, good and evil. Body, the most visible and immediate part of the equation. The body must be trained to withstand pain, to perform complex and powerful movements, and to achieve precision in every strike. But without heart and spirit, the body is empty. It's just a vessel. Together, these principles create a martial artist who is not only physically skilled but mentally and spiritually grounded. The monk's training, therefore, was both a martial practice and a spiritual journey. Shaolin Kung Fu is not just about raw strength, it's about technique, fluidity, and grace. The monks developed a variety of forms, known as kata in Japanese martial arts, to express and hone their skills. One of the most famous forms in Shaolin Kung Fu is the 5-animal style, a series of movements inspired by the behavior of animals. This form combines the strength of the tiger, the grace of the crane, the agility of the leopard, the speed of the snake, and the fluidity of the dragon. The tiger represents power, ferocity, and strength. The powerful forward strikes of the tiger claw, the use of the body as a battering ram. Imagine a monk, feet firmly grounded, striking with the force of a beast. The crane represents balance, precision, and grace. The monk stands on one leg, arms outstretched like wings, and uses quick, precise strikes to disarm an opponent. It's an art of control and finesse. The leopard embodies speed, agility, and stealth. With fast, low stances, the Leopard uses quick jabs and grabs to overwhelm its opponent in close-quarters combat. The Snake, with its twisting movements, focuses on precision and flexibility. The Serpent strikes at vital points on the body, aiming for weak spots with the sharpness of a viper's bite. And finally, the Dragon represents fluidity and adaptability. The Dragon twists and turns, using the body in circular, fluid motions that flow seamlessly from one technique to the next. Together, these 5 animals symbolize the balance of power and wisdom, aggression and defense. And this balance is at the heart of Shaolin Kung Fu. But Shaolin Kung Fu is not just limited to barehanded techniques. The monks also mastered an array of weapons, each requiring distinct training, discipline, and mastery. Perhaps the most iconic Shaolin weapon is the staff, known as the long weapon. Simple in appearance, the staff is incredibly versatile, capable of blocking, striking, sweeping, and disarming opponents. It is the weapon that most Shaolin monks began their training with, and it remains the foundation for many advanced weapons techniques. Then there is the twin sabers, sharp, curved, and deadly. The sabers are fast, with lightning strikes that confuse and overwhelm the opponent. With every twist and turn, the twin sabers represent fluidity, speed, and deadly precision. Other weapons include the straight sword, spear, and the iron fan, each with its own unique set of techniques, strategies, and applications. These weapons are not just tools for combat, they are extensions of the body and mind. The spear, one of the oldest and most effective weapons in history, was mastered by Shaolin monks who used it to control space and strike at their opponents from a distance. Imagine the sweeping arcs of a spear cutting through the air, defending against multiple attackers in a single motion. And the straight sword, a weapon that demands control and precision. It is the weapon of a refined warrior, not for wild strikes, but for deliberate, calculated movements. The sword symbolizes discipline and grace, as the monk flows from one movement to the next with the fluidity of a river. For centuries, Shaolin Kung Fu remained the secret art of the monks. But in the 20th century, the world began to take notice. With the rise of film and martial arts movies, Shaolin Kung Fu became synonymous with legendary warriors and epic battles. Movies like Shaolin Temple, starring Jet Li, showcased the grace, power, and mysticism of Shaolin Kung Fu to global audiences. But beyond the screen, Shaolin Kung Fu has influenced martial artists worldwide. Today, there are schools across the globe teaching Shaolin Kung Fu. The teachings, techniques, and philosophy continue to inspire practitioners of all ages. And it's not just about combat anymore. Shaolin Kung Fu has become a symbol of resilience, discipline, and inner peace. The monks, who once defended their temple from invaders, now share their knowledge with the world, offering a path to both physical and spiritual enlightenment. As we look to the future, we must ask ourselves, what lies ahead for Shaolin Kung Fu? In an ever-changing world, where technology and modern warfare continue to evolve, what role does an ancient martial art play? Perhaps the answer lies in its ability to adapt. Shaolin Kung Fu is more than just a fighting style, it is a way of life, a philosophy, and a journey toward mastery. As long as there are those who seek balance, strength, and wisdom, Shaolin Kung Fu will continue to thrive, inspiring generations to come. And so, the legend of Shaolin Kung Fu endures, a testament to the unyielding spirit of the monks who first crafted it, and the warriors who continue to carry its flame forward. As long as there are those willing to walk the path, the ancient art of Shaolin Kung Fu will never fade into obscurity. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you for watching Zana Vibes. Don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button. Your support is appreciated.